Good evening, everybody. My name is Tanisha.
And I'm Stephanie.
Hi, and we're with Hillsborough County Public Library. We are so excited to bring you this afternoon, Valentine's Day around the world. So let's go ahead and dive into our fun program. I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera off. And before we jump into our content, I have a question for you guys. So I am going to ask, who will be celebrating Valentine's Day this year? So go ahead and pop your question, your answer in there. I'll give you guys a few minutes to vote. So it looks like we're a little split. So we got most of our people out there who will be celebrating Valentine's Day. So we got a couple of no's, but that's okay. You know, Valentine's Day may not be for everybody. So now that we did that fun poll, also be on the lookout for some other polls at the end. We're going to be doing some trivia. So let's go ahead and jump into our content. So a quick note before we get started. With a lot of the holidays and a lot of the traditions that we like to celebrate in our celebrations around the world, some of them have some religious backgrounds and some religious undertones. As we always like to emphasize, we like to talk about the culture of these fun celebrations. So while the religious reasons or while other reasons may be more significant than others, we just want to let everybody know that we're talking about the cultural traditions that surround these holidays. All right, so let's talk about the history of Valentine's Day. So, February has long been celebrated as a month of romance, with St. Valentine's Day having roots in both Christian and Roman tradition. The Catholic Church recognizes 3 saints with the name Valentine or Valentinus, all of who have romantic or heroic backstories. So there's 3 different Catholic saints that have that name. Some of them may focus more on love, but all of them have some type of heroic backstory that goes with them. Valentine's Day also has roots in the pagan festival Lupercalia, which was a fertility festival dedicated to Faunus, the Roman god of agriculture, as well as to Roman founders Romulus and Remus. It occurred annually around February 15th, which was also known as the Ides of February. The oldest known Valentine was a poem written in 1415 by Charles, Duke of Orleans, to his wife when he was imprisoned in the Tower of London following his capture at the Battle of Agincourt. So Charles, Duke of Orleans, was a French duke, so he was part of the French nobility. The exchanging of valentines began gaining popularity in the 18th century, so in the 1700s. By 1900, cheap postage and mass printing cemented Valentine's Day as a popular observation for love and friendship. So, when and where Valentine's Day is celebrated? It is celebrated annually on February 14th. And while it is not a public holiday in any country, what that basically means is that people don't get the day off. It's not like a bank holiday or a federal holiday where we would get the day off to celebrate it. It's not a public holiday, but there are several Christian denominations celebrate Valentine's Day as a feast day, and many countries around the world commemorate it as a day of love and friendship. So now I am going to hand things off to Stephanie, and she is going to talk about how different countries around the world celebrate Valentine's Day.
Hey everyone, let's go ahead and dive into how other countries celebrate Valentine's Day. So first we have Finland and Estonia. Valentine's Day is known as Friends Day, where cards and gifts are given to close friends as a token of appreciation. And in Peru, they have orchids instead of roses, as they are the preferred flower for Valentine's Day and they are native to the country. In the Philippines, hundreds of couples choose Valentine's Day to get married, where state-supported ceremonies cover all of the nuptial cost. And in Germany, Valentine's Day is just for grown-ups, with lovebirds exchanging heart-shaped ginger cookies with sweet messages in frosting. Wow, that sounds super yummy. And in El Salvador, Valentine's Day is marked with a secret friend gift exchange. Think Secret Santa with a twist. Each person has to say something nice about the person they exchange a gift with. And in South Korea and Japan, these countries have 3 love-based holidays. On Valentine's Day, women give the gifts. On White Day, which is on March 14th, men give the gifts. And singles get their chance to shine on Black Day, which is April 14th, where they mark the occasion by eating black bean noodles. And bonus fun fact, $2.4 billion is spent every Valentine's Day on candy alone in the United States. That sounds like a lot of candy, and that sounds amazing.
Yeah, that $2.4 billion price tag on candy definitely surprised me. I mean, I know that I spend a fair share of my of my budget on candy, but the idea that Americans spend $2.4 billion on candy is a lot. So we are going to do some trivia. So now that you all have learned some really awesome facts about Valentine's Day, we are now going to test your knowledge. So let me go ahead and ask the first question. Let's see how many people can get this one right. So I am going to ask if Valentine's Day is a public holiday in several. Let's see. I'm going to wait for everybody to answer. All right, and you guys are awesome. Everybody got it correct. That is false. So it is not a public holiday. It is celebrated, as we just learned, in a lot of different countries, but nobody gets the day off for Valentine's Day. All right, let's go ahead and hide that. And let's ask the next question. So the next question I have for you is, how much do Americans spend on candy every year on Valentine's Day? Go ahead and give you guys a few seconds to vote. All right, so it looks like 75% of our audience got that question correct. So the correct answer is 2.4 billion. So we spend annually $2.4 billion on candy, and that is a lot of money to be spending on some candy. All right, so let's ask our last question of the evening. We are going to ask you, who sent the first known Valentine? And oh no, so good try, everybody. Great guess, but the correct answer, so a few people in our audience did get the correct answer at 25% with the Duke of Orleans. He was the person who sent the first known Valentine. So you might remember earlier in our presentation, earlier in our when we were talking about the celebrations, there are 3 saints that are named, that have the name Valentine, but the first person who sent a Valentine, like Valentines as we know them are today, was the French Duke of Orleans. But good job, you guys. You guys did a really, really good job. So before we jump into questions, of course, we always provide our Learn More page if you want to learn more about this cultural traditions and celebrations around Valentine's Day. We have some resources for you. So of course, these are all free with your library card. So we have our World Book Encyclopedia. They also have a kids page for our younger people in our audience, if you'd like to take a look at that. We also, of course, Hoopla, where you can get on-demand audiobooks, books, and videos. So definitely check out Hoopla as well. And Libby by Overdrive, a ton of different books that you can find on Valentine's Day and how to observe them. So now, Stephanie, I'm going to welcome us back on camera so that we can take some questions. All right, let me pull those up. All right, this one isn't a question. And of course, I always forget to say this. If you have any questions, please drop them into the question section. Stephanie and I are really excited to answer those for you. So we had somebody who made the comment 2.4 billion. Yes, 2.4 billion. And doing the research for this program, I came up with a lot of really fantastical numbers as far as how much money people spend on Valentine's Day. And there were so many numbers, I had to just pick one, but it was also a pretty fantastical number on how much we spend on flowers too. I think flowers, besides candy, like the biggest day for flowers besides Mother's Day, I think Mother's Day is number one, but Valentine's Day is right behind it. So let's wait a few more seconds or a few more minutes to see if we have any other questions. While we're waiting, I'm going to ask Stephanie, how will you be observing Valentine's Day this year?
Oh, so this year I'm gonna be celebrating with my significant other, and we plan to have a picnic outside. Picnics are a great activity to do, and it's very low key and casual, so I'm looking forward to this picnic. And how will you be observing Valentine's Day?
I will be observing Valentine's Day by buying chocolate on February 15th, because as we all know, it's always a little bit cheaper the day after Valentine's Day. So thank you guys. So before we leave you this evening, of course, we always want to thank everybody for celebrating with us this evening. We will also be doing another celebrations around the world tomorrow at the same time. So we will be talking about the Lunar New Year tomorrow evening at the same time. So tomorrow at 5:30. That link has just been dropped in the chat for you. So please be sure to join us for that. And of course, if you need to contact us in any way, you can reach us at the link that we provided for you. You can call us, text us, email us, send a carrier pigeon. We will get that message whatever way we can. And also, if you would like to learn about any of our other library programs and events, we also provided the link for you there. And Stephanie, I just want to thank you one more time for joining me this afternoon to talk about the fun holiday of Valentine's Day. So thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me. I had a blast.
Yes, it's always fun talking about a day that deals with candy and chocolate. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.